cut. So we made a bogey, which is okay, but like you said, inconsistency, big numbers when we first started. I don't think a bogey, you had a poor shot that we figured out. So a bogey's not a bad score. We got a short par 4 coming up, so we're gonna get a birdie back, but you know, like we talked about, inconsistency, right? Setup, all that type of stuff. This is where this comes into play with thinking and all that type of stuff. We just want to make sure that we're eliminating those big numbers, like you said. Because like you said earlier, you have all these great holes, and then you have one big blow-up hole. A bogey's not a blow-up hole. You had one poor shot, you got out of it, you missed a putt, and then you made a nice bogey putt. So does that make sense? That's how we that's kind of how we keep that scorecard clean, by saving bogeys rather than making doubles.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I think just a matter of, like you mentioned earlier, just using your brain, just playing smarter. I like off the tee there, especially with like an opening tee shot when your mind's racing and you almost think about everything other than what you're supposed to think. And
Negative thoughts.
I used to stand over the ball and just stare at the ball and almost forget about what's going on. I like the waggle. I need to practice that.
Yeah.
I need to implement that.
Yeah.
If I get more folks on that target, I think it'll help over time.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
With the weird shot from under the tree, just like you mentioned, just try not to do
You don't
too
want to
much.
compound it, right? Yeah, you don't want to compound it. It's like with the reason why we talk about the waggle is just to get those negative thoughts out of your head, right? So you look at the target, all you're thinking about is just, you're not thinking about the last putt you missed or the last ball you hit. You're thinking about, I want to hit this in the fairway. So that's what that all is.
Yeah, instead of trying to hit the Sports Center top 10
Right.
shot of
Right.
the week,
Right.
make bogey, and
Right.
that
And-
helps overall.
Yeah, and you're not gonna hit a great shot every single swing, so that's why we just have to really home it. If you hit it in trouble, if you hit a poor shot, that's okay. That's golf, right? But what you can't do is keep hitting poor shots. That's where we get into trouble. That's where we don't shoot our target score. You know, that's where we don't make a cut, whatever it may be. So your swing looks good, your posture looks good, your alignment looks good. It's more mental right now, I think, with you. So let's just keep it. This is a process, this is a journey, and you're swinging well, and you're saving bad shots by a bogey. That's not a bad thing.
Now my last question, like the waggle that we did on the tee, do you think that's something I should do in every shot?
Absolutely. It's going to just, not get your forearms tight. You're going to have positive thoughts. The greatest players in the world incorporate a waggle, so why don't you? So I think that's obviously waggling on the putting green or the chipping is a little different, but full shots, fairway shots, all those types of things, tee shots, I have no problem you incorporating that, because it's only going to make you better. It's only going to help your wrist and your forearms and all that stuff. All those negative thoughts are going to go out of there. So absolutely.
Perfect. Well, thanks for your time.
Yeah.